Time to improve your website. Hey friends, Jill here and welcome back to the Market Vibe. So happy to have you here. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications on our future videos. This week we're talking all about websites and how important they are for your business. I know that there are a lot of opinions that say that websites are dead, that you don't need them, but that's actually not true at all. In our opinion, you do need a website. It just establishes legitimacy and it shows that you're a real business, that someone could feel safe actually investing their money with you, whether that be with a product or service. A website is such a great place to build trust, to show what you're made of, and really show that you're the real deal. Earlier in the week, Michael talked about some of the mistakes that we commonly see people make with websites, and we'll link that in a card here if you want to go and watch that. But today, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can actually improve your website score to start getting more traffic, more eyes on your products and services. So let's dive in. So the first thing that you can do to really improve your website is to upload higher quality images and video. Now, I know it's really tempting to want to just take pictures on your own, and sometimes when you're starting out as your own business owner, you're doing everything and you're kind of bootstrapping yourself. You're kind of just doing whatever photos that you can throw up there that you have. But uploading really good quality images and video is going to just help your website look even more professional. So this might be where you get a friend who can take pictures for you, or you invest in a photographer who can take pictures for you as well. If you are going to work with a photographer, it's just really important that you go somewhere like Pinterest beforehand, get some ideas, get a good idea of what you're wanting so that you can effectively communicate with the photographer about what you're wanting. We've had both experiences where we've had a photographer who did exactly what we wanted, we were super happy with everything, and a photographer that didn't really give us any, the things that we wanted and that weren't really usable. So it's really important if you are going to work with a photographer or videographer or anything like that, make sure you do your research beforehand and you have visual representation that you can show to them so that they understand the vibe, they understand exactly what you're going for. But having higher quality images and video on your website is going to just make it look more polished, more seamless, and more professional, and less like somebody who's doing this out of your garage, even if you are doing it out of your garage, which there's nothing wrong with that. I've totally been there before. But having high quality images is really smart, and it'll also help with your load speed time as well, which Michael talked about. Sometimes images can be too big and it takes your website too long to load, and it can hurt your SEO score and your website score and all of that. He talked about that. Having higher quality images is really going to help you with making it come together seamlessly and look super professional. Next is to make sure that your homepage has some sort of keywords in your copy. Your homepage is one of the places that people are going to look at first. It's where people are going to go to when they first discover you, and then they're going to look at, either your services, your products, your about, blog, things like that. So your homepage really needs to have keywords throughout it so that it really helps you improve your SEO score. Now, if you're not sure how to find the keywords that make sense for you, we do have a video that you can go watch that talks all about SEO, finding your keywords and implementing them onto your copy of your website. But making sure that you have good, strong keywords that make sense for who your ideal client is on your homepage, so that not only will it help your score in terms of SEO, but it'll also help you identify your ideal client right away, and they'll be like, yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Next is to write a blog. And I don't know how many times we've said this, it feels like it's in the hundreds of times, but blogs are not dead. Blogs are super important. And a lot of times people will ask us, even clients will ask us, is a blog even really worth it? Do I even need it? And our answer is always yes, you do need a blog. And it's not so much for people to come and read, although it is great when people come and read it and they can get tips, whatever it is regarding, your products or services. But it's just so helpful for linking backlinks back to your website, using Pinterest and your SEO. And it's just a great place for you to really start establishing your keywords and things like that, and to make it so that Google can actually place you correctly. It's just a great sleeper hack that nobody really talks about, is that blog is just great for SEO, and it just helps like get your website out there even more. Next is to fill in all of the metadata on the back end of your website. Now don't freak out, this is actually not as complex as it sounds. When you're on the back end of any website and you're in either a blog or a product or something like that, a lot of times they're gonna have a little area that says SEO. And this is the spot where you can fill in exactly what is going to show up for the SEO, for Google. This is what they're gonna be looking at. So this isn't necessarily supposed to be, you know, anything pretty, anything creative, but it's really for the keywords alone. And this is gonna help you, you know, end up on the top of searches, and it's going to make it easier for search engines like Yahoo and Bing and Google to actually place you. And I know it can feel like totally draining and that it's not even worth it at all, but it's honestly like a one and done thing for a while, and then maybe you go back in and you refresh it in 6 months or so. But you do it once, you get it over with, and then it's there forever. You don't have to worry about it, and it's helping you, and you don't even have to think about it. And then finally is testimonials. Testimonials are just so amazing for any business, whether you offer products, services, consulting, whatever it is that you offer. Having some sort of testimonials on there, again, establishes legitimacy and shows that you're a real business, you know what you're talking about, and you've actually helped people with said results that you're promising. So if you don't have any testimonials yet, I would reach out to your last 3 product purchasers if you are a product-based business, or your previous clients, and ask them to write you a review. And you do have to give them a little bit of guidance, because we have gotten ones in the past that's like, Michael and Jill, you're great. But you need to have more specific things in there for people to read. And how you can guide people is you can say, what did you feel like before we started working together, and how did you feel after we started working together? You can even add in there, how did you feel while we were working together during the whole process. Give them a little bit of guidance so that they know where to start and they know what you're looking for. But having testimonials on there is really important for making it show that you're legit, you know what you're talking about, and you can actually give the results that you're promising. And that's it. Those are the tips for just giving your website a refresh, making it look more professional and more legitimate as a business. I hope this was helpful and inspired you to really like tighten up just some of the details on your website so that you can stand out and just make it look professional AF. And honestly, doing this is fun because it gets you like in touch with what's going on in your website, and you know exactly everything that is going on in there. Honestly, it makes you feel badass. That's everything. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or you can reach out to us at Michael and Jill. But until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, friends.